Yes, people, welcome back to the Red Zone. I'm AJ, and this is all your Manchester United sports, news, and entertainment updates. We're going to do something a little bit different for this video. First time we've ever done it. We're going to do a little season review for Man United's 2022/2023 season. We're going to talk about things that happened through the season. We're going to talk about hot topics that have happened, players' performances, take a look at the season on a whole, and we're going to dive into what we need to do and what we're expecting for next season. So let's get into it, people. Yeah, there's going to be some things that we don't touch on that we probably miss. Like I said, it's the first time doing a season review. So if we do miss anything that you want to talk about, just drop it into the comments, and obviously we can discuss it on the next video, go through it together. But yeah, the start of this season, man, Erik ten Hag coming. Obviously, we all knew his style of play. We all knew his mentality, the type of manager that he is, and what he was going to require from the players. So we were all excited, you know what I'm saying? Looking forward to a better season than the one we had before, which was obviously the worst points tally we'd ever gathered in the Premier League. Ridiculous things happening in the team. You know what I'm saying? Dressing room bust-ups, dressing room leaks, whatever you want to call it, sloppy performances, giving up. The season before, it was a bad season, so we were expecting better. And then we get the start of the season, and it's not the start that Man United fans wanted. Really, we take two heavy losses really against Brighton and Brentford, bottom of the league for the first few weeks, 2 weeks, whatever. So it wasn't looking good at all, man. The team just looked devoid of any form of building on anything. Do you know what I'm saying? Devoid of any hunger, fight, spirit. I'm pretty sure that's just leaning in from what was going on last season, though, because obviously he turned it around, as we know, from the end of the season, where it was looking worrying from where we were sitting after 2 games, let me tell you. Yeah, man, he, like we say, he got the team together after that. We don't know what happened in training or behind the scenes, but obviously he's done something, he's said something, put certain things in place, and they turned it around. Bear in mind, he had all the Ronaldo Saga to deal with and everything as well. How well he handled that. Obviously, Ronaldo, massive player, one of the greatest of all time. Things that's going on with him are obviously going to affect the players around him, the people around him. Do you know what I'm saying? So he sorted that out, albeit not to some of the fans liking how he dealt with it. But do you know what I'm saying? For the better of the team, it had to be done. He couldn't play as many games because of the way Ten Hag wanted to play, and then obviously that ridiculous fucking Piers Morgan interview with that prick. Can't stand him. It's not a good look. Do you know what I'm saying? It weren't a good look for Man United. It weren't a good look for the fans, and it definitely wasn't a good look for ETH with the things Ronaldo was saying about him. We don't know the personal situation between Ronaldo and ETH, but it's quite obvious Ronaldo wants the best for himself. Obviously his club as well that he's playing at, but Ronaldo's about himself now, 37 years of age. He's doing his thing, but where we are at you know what I'm saying, the scale of rebuilding the team and trying to get back to where we were, ETH knows that the team had to come first, and that's what he had to do. Obviously you have the resurgence of Rashford as well last season, people saying he should be sold, let him go, that he wasn't performing and that, and the whole team wasn't performing. But whatever ETH has done to Rashford this season, it's obvious that he doesn't have a negative effect on all the players, you know what I mean? He's got a positive effect, because Rashford, 31 goals for this season. I don't think another player scored that much since Ronaldo's in like 2008, I think it was, something crazy like that, or back in his first stint at the club. Do you know what I'm saying? And the performances Rashford been putting in this year, remarkable. Do you know what I'm saying? Turned it around just like the team's turned it around, and he's got a kick on, and he's got to keep doing this. Do you know what I'm saying? Regardless of whether he's tracking back 90 minutes of the game, as long as he's stat padding, That's what we need. Mbappe, stat pads from the wing, that's what the sort of thing that we need, you know what I'm saying? As long as he's getting his goals, getting his assists, making defences think, you can't ask no more, and we just hope that he continues the form that he showed this season, do you know what I'm saying? Yeah, we're going to touch on 2 signings as well, Licha and Casemiro. Both signings were questioned hard, you know, and it just makes me laugh now, and I'm just glad the way they proved everyone wrong, because you had Jamie Carragher and certain other people slating Licha, saying, oh, he's too small, he's going to get dominated in the air when the crosses come in, I wouldn't want to play with him if I was a centre-back. All the bullshit in the world you could think of to try and put a man down. And you know what? Let's be honest with ourselves. Obviously, the City players and Arsenal players are going to get the plaudits for the race, but realistically, I don't think I saw, from the time he was playing until he got injured, I don't think I saw a better defender in the league, and that's the God's honest truth, than Licha. And don't even get us started on Casemiro. People talking about 60, 65 million, too much for his age. Was it Graham Souness? But obviously we renamed him Graham Sourness because of just the ridiculous comments. Oh, he's a steady Eddie. He's never going to stand out. He's not really going to do this much. He'll just keep you ticking over. Fucking wrong, weren't you, mate? Because Casemiro was outstanding this season, driving the team forward, his goal contributions, the way he just protects the defence. So 2 massive signings, you know, and those are the sort of signings that you want. Players that are going to have an impact on the team, players that are going to want to drive on and fight, and they've got the determination to win, the winning mentality. So 2 great signings, man. And if Ten Hag can do that again, and maybe add another 1 or 2 on, the team's going to be well on the way to being built in the way that we want the team to be built. Do you know what I mean? And that's just battling and fighting for everything and challenging. But yeah, it was a bit of, like I say, the season in the end where we finished, you have to be grateful. But it was kind of a tale of 2 halves throughout the season. Obviously, the home form, we got the best home form in the league by far. Conceded the least amount of goals at home, 9 I think, through the whole season. So obviously Old Trafford's becoming a fortress again, and that's what we wanted. But we're going to have to work on the away performances next season, because if I look down, 8 wins and 8 losses away from home. Do you know what I'm saying? Now bear in mind, you realistically only should be battling hard. Anything can happen in the Premier League because it's such a good league and there's so many teams, and do you know what I'm saying? It's a well-structured league with well-structured teams, but you really only should be being troubled away from home by the top 4, 5, maybe 6. Do you know what I'm saying? So we've definitely took 2 extra losses and 2 or 3 draws that we didn't need to take, and that would have pushed us on even more further. So next season we're going to have to work on the away form. They're going to have to show the fight and the proudness of wearing the shirt away from home and not just at Old Trafford. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, like we say, 3rd place finish, quite steady when you look at it. 4 points clear of Newcastle in the end, 7 points clear of Liverpool. So hold that. So you can't really complain. Do you know what I'm saying? Like I said from last year, I think at the start of the season I didn't have us in the top 4. I maybe had us winning a cup. I think that's what I said. We might go on a cup run. Do you know what I'm saying? But to actually win a cup, to be in another cup final, yeah, it was disappointing to go out of the Europa League in the quarterfinals, especially after playing so well against Barcelona in both legs. And a 3rd place finish back in the Champions League next season. So you can't really moan. Do you know what I'm saying? We took 2 beatings in the first 2 games, and it wasn't nice what we came back from. But obviously we took 2 heavy beatings through the season, and that was the 6-3 away to Man City and the 7-0 against Liverpool. Now obviously those things hurt, but you're always going to have freak results in the Premier League, man. It's football, anything can happen. Do you know what I'm saying? Villa beat Liverpool 7. Going back a bit, but when we beat Arsenal 8-2, do you know what I'm saying? We're not 8-2 better than Arsenal, never have been. But those results can happen, freak results. Not nice on the day, but you don't get any extra points for scoring more goals. You know what I'm saying there? Liverpool ain't won nothing this year. Finished in 7th place or 6th place, whatever it is. So yeah, you're just gonna have to take those losses. Obviously, we don't want to see that again next season, but in the bigger picture of things, losing 7-0 to Liverpool, 6-3 to City, still finishing 3rd in the league, 7 points clear of Liverpool with a cup. I just don't see the negativity in it. You know what I'm saying? You're always gonna get Liverpool throwing this 7-0 cup thing at you and stuff like that. But do you know what I mean? It's whatever. Where are they in the league? That's what we ask them. Yeah, we will touch on it. Fair play to them. Do you know what I'm saying? City, 3-peat in the Premier League. Obviously winning the treble. It's a hard thing to do, so you have to take your hat off to them. We're the only team from England that's ever done it, besides City, and that was what, 1999, good 20 odd years ago. So that shows you how hard it is to win a treble and how hard it is to 3-peat the Premier League. So you take your hats off to them. Do you know what I'm saying? But like I say, we did it first, and you're always going to remember the team that done it first, so they're never going to be able to take that away from you. Just like the moon landings, Neil Armstrong, Buzz Aldrin, first 2 people to step foot on the moon, on another planet. Let's be honest, do you remember any of the others? Do you remember the Apollo missions after that? No, you don't. Fair play to them because of what they've done and what they've achieved, but always doing it first is always going to be better. So we've got that, and no one can take that away from us. But yeah, like I say, all in all for this season, you can't moan, man. It's definitely progress on last season. Could have been better, but it's definitely progress on last season. Back to winning ways with a trophy, and we look forward to next season. Do you know what I'm saying? See what Ten Hag is going to do. See what signings we're going to make. How the team's going to improve. Certain players need to go out as well. Raise some capital, and basically just because they're not part of the plans. So it's going to be an interesting summer, and we're going to see. But that's enough for the 2022-23 Man United season review. Like I said, we probably didn't touch on everything. First time we're doing it, we obviously will improve each year on doing it. Like I said, if there's anything we've missed, just drop it in the comments and we'll discuss it on the next video. Also, any shout outs you want to get in, get those down below. I want to give a big shout out to Chewy as well, who said in the last video, 3rd place finish, you can't moan, and we just got to kick on for next season. That's kind of what I've been saying, so I agree with you, bro. Thanks for the comment. Don't forget to give this video a like. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to turn on your notification bell so you know when we've uploaded our latest video. Don't forget to check us out across the socials as well. Those are at the bottom of the screen now, and the links will be in the video description. And I want to say a big thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you in the next video. Peace.